What if I told you that one of the most sophisticated educational tools out there wasn't some high-tech app or an AI tutor, but a simple little song for toddlers? Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a script that looks almost childishly simple, but is actually an incredibly powerful and precisely engineered piece of developmental science.
So this sounds like any other kid's song, right? Super gentle, cheerful. But behind that simple tune, every single word, every visual, even every beat has a very specific job to do. This isn't just some cute filler, it's the very foundation of a carefully constructed learning experience.
And that's the big question we're asking today. We're going to treat this thing not as just simple entertainment, but as a genuine masterclass. We're going to deconstruct it and show you the really sophisticated science of early childhood development that's woven into all those bright colors and bouncing shapes.
Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to start by really understanding the blueprint, who this is for. Then we'll look at how this script actually structures a child's day. We'll uncover the neuroscience behind all that repetition. We'll decode that unique artistic style. And finally, we'll explore the crucial life skills it teaches that go way beyond just academics.
All right, so first things first. Let's start with the foundation. Who is the script even for, and how is it so specifically designed to connect with their pretty unique way of seeing the world?
The audience here is one of the most challenging and important you can imagine: toddlers. Their brains are in this period of just explosive development. We're talking over 1 million new neural connections forming every single second. This script is engineered specifically for that incredible growth. So to connect with that rapidly developing brain, the creators lean on these 4 pillars. And these aren't just stylistic choices, they are essential neural learning tools. Bright colors grab their visual attention. The slow pace actually helps them process what's happening. Repetition builds and strengthens those memory pathways. And that nursery rhyme tone, it's both super soothing and really memorable.
Okay, so now let's see how this script builds a predictable and, honestly, a comforting world for its viewer. Its genius isn't just in the individual little parts, but in how the whole thing flows from start to finish. The whole 5-minute script is basically a child's ideal day, just shrunk down. It starts with a morning greeting, then moves into some learning and play. It brings in a routine like cleaning up, and it all ends with a calm goodbye. This creates this powerful sense of safety and predictability, which for a little kid is absolutely crucial for their emotional development. This is a perfect little bite-sized example of what educators call scaffolding. But really, just think of it like building with blocks. By guiding the child through a day that feels familiar, the script builds on what they already know, and it gently introduces new ideas in a way that feels safe and totally logical. So that daily structure, that's the scaffolding. But inside that frame, the script uses another really powerful learning tool: repetition. And it's not just there to be catchy, It's a deliberate technique designed to forge and strengthen all those neural connections we were just talking about. Let's just use the color song as a quick case study here. As you listen, just notice how many different senses are being engaged all at once to teach one single, simple idea. I mean, this is a brilliant multi-sensory approach. The child hears the word red. They see the color red, and then they associate both of those things with the action of bouncing. This layering of sound, sight, and action is incredibly effective for locking information into a young, developing brain. And hey, this isn't some one-off trick. They use the exact same technique for different subjects. So for numbers, the sound of 1 is paired with the visual of an animal and the action of a hop. It's a consistent, proven teaching formula that works. Okay, this brings us to what is maybe the most unusual and, I think, the most deliberate choice in the entire production: its very distinct visual style. It's a fascinating question, right? You might just think it's an animation shortcut or maybe just a stylistic quirk, but it's actually a really profound psychological strategy, and it's all designed to make the learning better. So by using these simple, faceless shapes, the creators pull off a couple of really smart things. First, it lets the child project their own feelings onto the characters, which totally sparks their imagination. And second, it gets rid of distractions. It forces the focus onto the action, the bounce, the hop, which is the whole point of the lesson. It makes the content universal, so any kid, anywhere, can see themselves in the story. So we can see how the script teaches concepts like colors and numbers, but it's also actively modeling behavior and teaching the basic routines of everyday life. The cleanup time song is the perfect example.
This is basically social emotional learning, but it's disguised as this super catchy song. It brilliantly reframes a chore into something that's positive, cooperative, and maybe even a little fun.
And this idea is woven through the entire script. It makes positive social routines feel normal and encouraging, and these are absolutely foundational for a child's development. Everything from a simple hello to the idea of responsibility to a polite goodbye. And that right there, that's the hidden curriculum. The script goes way beyond just academic knowledge. It provides this gentle blueprint for how to interact with people and how to have personal responsibility. And that's what really elevates it from just simple entertainment to a genuine educational tool for life. So, let's bring it all together. We've seen how a deliberate, day-like structure creates a world that feels safe. We've seen how multi-sensory repetition is a super powerful tool for building memory, how that visual simplicity paradoxically sparks imagination, and how simple little routines can teach profound lessons in responsibility.
And really, that's the big takeaway here. What looks almost comically basic on the surface is, when you actually look closer, a masterfully crafted piece of educational design. Every single choice is on purpose, and every element is working together for the young viewer. So it kind of leaves us with a provocative thought, doesn't it? In our big rush to create more complex, more interactive, more technologically advanced learning tools, what fundamental, powerful, and simple ideas like these might we be leaving behind? And what's the cost of forgetting them?